Welcome back to part 2 of Destiny Horizon. The engineering room is so hot. Everybody is super sweaty. And the Irish engineer comes back and goes, "Oh, Krakaza! Didn't expect to see you down here. What's going on?"
I honestly don't know, and I didn't expect to be down here so soon.
Alright, well, the good news is the filtration's back up and running. I've isolated the isotope that's in the air. Within 10 minutes, the entire ship will be purged of the gas.
What about everybody else? Was it lethal?
No. According to the scientist who's helped me out down in engineering, that's a nerve toxin that puts you to sleep.
Any long-term side effects?
Not from what we can tell. But we also have the secondary bridge in the engine room, and you're gonna want to see this.
Take me to
You too. You're walking down the engineering with the guys, and that's when you cross an engineer who's really sweaty, and he looks up at you, and you have a flash of a time that you've seen him before, and you realize it's one of the agents within your ring. And he just kind of makes eye contact with you and continues walking. Sorry about that. I had to pause the video real quick. All right, so yeah, you're walking down the hallway, and that's when that guy makes eye contact with you. And what was it that you wanted to do, Gabe?
A vigilance check to see if I downloaded another. It's like a flash
pass the
drive.
information off. Okay, yeah. Why don't you do that? We'll roll vigilance and see if you had time to download a flash drive while you were up there. I'm gonna say probably 2 purple, or no, just straight up. Yeah, straight up vigilance. We'll see how well it turns out. I'm not gonna do difficulty.
Okay. So simple. And
Oh wow, see, I was just going for 2 success or a bunch of advantage. So yeah, you flip a hard drive out or a flash drive, and it's in your fingers, and he kind of sees the motion of your hand, so he sticks his out. You guys make the pass off.
make the exchange.
Yep.
Okay.
And then he cuts down a different hallway. All
right.
You guys are walking down towards the secondary bridge, which is in the back of the Destiny Horizon. Doesn't take you long to get there, and there's a turbo lift heading down. You go down the turbo lift, and you emerge in this observation deck that has been converted to an emergency bridge, and it's facing forward. So right in front of you, you see the bottom part of the Destiny Horizon's fuselage. But on either side, peering around it, you see the flashing stars gotten bigger, and you guys are approaching it. The entire fleet is.
As in like lights or actual stars?
Now that you're actually looking at it, and I think Rakaza's looking at it, it's a star with these panels rotating around. And the flashing that you see is the reflective side of the panel shining the sunlight back out. And around this entire thing is a small ring that from far away looked like a dense asteroid field, but now you realize it's a structure.
All right. Now this seems like okay, so you said structure, so it's something man-made or anything made. And do I know, have I seen this before somewhere else?
No.
This type of, no. Okay. All right. So my
It
mind's
does
kind of,
remind you of the wheel, though. It looks like the things spinning in the middle are creating some sort of gravitational field, according to the instruments.
okay, then I'll actually say that then. I'll say a gravitational field, and I'm kind of saying it slight underneath my breath, but it kind of audible.
Maybe Krakaza's the only one who hears you because he's standing right next to you. Probably. Yeah, so Krakaza, you hear him say that.
What is it?
Sorry, nothing. And I'll kind of jolt my mind back to what we were getting lent to, but I'll keep that like no one was supposed to hear me say that in a sense.
Right. Commanding officer on deck, one of the men say. A lot of the engineers stand up and start saluting Yerg.
And I'll salute back because I'm trying to figure out.
Some of them
Like-
are resentfully saluting you. You recognize these guys. The ones that say you're no longer a part of the fleet.
So you salute someone who's not part of the fleet now. I see. And I'll kind of like very snidely.
Sir, communications report. He hands you a data pad. We're receiving communications from the fleet and for the civilian ships. There's a lot of messages that need to be responded to. As long as you don't send one off to the Empire as well.
I look at him and I say, stand down.
He kind of looks up and sees it's you. And out of respect, you really have no say down here, but out of respect, he stands down and turns around and storms off.
Did the engineers? Did my guys?
Oh
follow
yeah,
me?
your trio followed you. One of them's like, "Hey, Grakaza, do you want me to beat that guy up? I could pull him into a hallway." Yeah, you know, we show him what's for. He won't open his mouth again if we know we're good for him. Hey,
I
Kree,
got the guy. No, guys, I just
Okay.
take out his number.
I think a good threshold stomping will do him real good. They're like, yeah.
I'll
I
look
have,
at them both.
I have pointy shoes, you know, and they're just
I'll look
kinda-
at them both and I'd be like, the best thing that could actually happen is if his life comes into my hands and I have to save him. And to see his face when I do, that'll be a much better punishment, wouldn't you think?
The three of them nod at you. And then as soon as you turn away to look back at the pad, they look at Grakaza and go, listen, I have pointy shoes. I just said it, but I want you to remember, if you want it done, you let us know.
Just
You know
take
what?
down
We'll
his number.
stand outside. How about that? We'll go do
That's
engineer
fine.
stuff,
Just
you know,
just-
in hallway.
guys, just get his number and then just make yourself useful around the ship wherever you need it to be.
One of them's like, I'm on it. Hey, what's your name, buddy? Guy stops, turns around, and he's like, what? Your name, designation, rank? Who the fuck are you? Private Richards, sir. Private. Hope you enjoy that rank. You're going to be there for a while. Turns around and he walks out. He's like, don't leave alone. And then leaves.
Those guys are the
Kinda
best.
like I hope I suppress like a Wookiee laugh and just kind of like hold my head in my hand.
You know, that's the entire reason why they are the way they are. Being led by a Wookiee, they've kind of developed that. You want me to punch him for you, sir? I know you don't want to have to deal with the paperwork. So yeah, basically, they walk off, and it's just you guys on the bridge, and then the camera pans up, slides back down, and we see a hangar, and in the hangar there's a bunch of TIE Defenders landing, and several confiscated civilian ships are being fastened to these giant claws that pull them inside the hangar of the Star Destroyer, and Admiral August is leaning on the railing. Where's that fucking Inquisitor? Sir, the shuttle he stole, we can't find any sign of its designation. It was probably lost in combat, sir. I don't like this.
Is this happening on the other side of the thing?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. This isn't happening where we're at.
Nope.
Okay, good.
Admiral August taps his fingers. The Imperial officers look at him nervously. He says, so, any information yet? It's been 3 days since they've gone into that damn thing. No, sir. None. But we're working on it. He nods. He turns to the soldier clearing his throat. Yes? The remaining surviving members of the Ansarian Senate has arrived, sir. They would like to speak with you immediately. It appears they want to start dealing out terms of surrender. He nods. Execute them. But, sir, just do it. Vader's orders. Yes, sir. He turns on his heel and walks away. Camera slides again to Valerie, who's looking at the astrogational charts and sees the metadata for Ringworld just outside the ship. In fact, if anything, the fleet appeared just outside of its gravitational field, so it's entirely possible you guys are headed straight for it.
Tittles, come here. Plug in and get all of this data. We need to get it back. That too.
Tittles walks
Plug
up.
that in.
Incorrect interfaces.
You could do this. I mean, you've done it before.
You just want me to plug into an Imperial ship?
Haven't you done it before?
Yeah, but every time I do something risky, I don't sit there and go, you know what, I should do this again.
We need to get this data off of this ship.
He kind of looks down. He says, but I'm home. I do not want to be terminated now.
You're not going to be terminated. What makes you think that?
He points to the Halo ring on the little computer device of the Ringworld and goes, "Whoop whoop whoop whoop! I'm so close."
This is home?
He opens up a panel, pulls out a socket, plugs into the shuttle. Beep boop boop boop. Remember, you promised me, he says, and then all of a sudden his body goes into a semi-shutdown mode, and you see his lights flashing as he's downloading the information. Looks like a hard drive flickering.
I turn over and I look over to see what's sitting in the chair.
Yeah, you see.
I really haven't noticed this, and now it's like, ew!
Oh!
Who are you?
I'm J11.
What are you?
I'm J116. I'm a protocol droid. I am fluent in over 6 million forms of communication.
So I just kind of look at his flesh, was his arms, and...
Yeah, he's wearing a rebel coat. Like, you see the, like, purplish flesh of the joint where machine was fused with skin. But the skin is healed.
And I'm looking at the uniform, and I recognize it as one of from?
Yeah, it looks like a rebel soldier. Yep. And as he turns around, as you're looking at him, you see he's got a big spinal column exoskeleton that runs all the way down the back of the jacket with hoses coming out.
Just kind of getting a better look at it. What's that? What?
Are you the Wookiee?
No, he's on another part of the ship.
Oh, could you take me to him?
Karat's gonna cut in and be like, "No, we're not doing that. If I had my choice, I'd shoot that thing out the airlock. But he has information."
As you wish. He stands up.
No. Sit.
He sits down.
Don't move.
All of a sudden, he goes completely still.
I fucking hate droids. Looks over at Val.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's been a long day. I'm looking at Tittles, wondering how his progression is doing.
You look at the little wrist device that you have, and apparently, out of all this research that this Inquisitor's been doing, he's only gotten this location so far mapped out. But you start seeing, like, as you're watching all the files flicker through, you start noticing that there's a picture that keeps showing up. It's this blonde guy, and it just keeps showing up through all the files.
Okay. I can't ask Tittles who this is because he's too busy correlating.
Yeah, for him, it's one or the other. Download or stop and talk.
Yeah. Why is this wearing one of your uniforms? She's asked Corn.
He sits down so he looks at it. Could you, like, just arms down?
And they go straight down towards the ground.
When we attacked Paraxis 4, we had a rookie with us named Private Johnson. He was wounded, and the Inquisitor cut off his head and threw his body to the side. We
Ugh.
retrieved his head and brought it back here, and it seems that the Inquisitor has some sick game that he wanted to play where Mr. Droid here has to shake Grakaz's hand.
J116.
Whatever.
I just don't understand. Those people there, they are insane. And you know, and this all ties into the Force. You've got the Jedi and you have the Sith. And they are both akin to chaos. Oh, I'm so sorry.
He just kind of shakes his head. He's like,
Who's in
"Force."
there?
Who's that?
Grant's gonna stand up and make sure his blaster's ready, just to.
Yeah, it's loaded.
Forward.
Is it on
Okay.
stun?
Uh,
I thought I'd be
Yeah, he's
nice
gonna-
and ask.
yeah, he's gonna flick it to stun, just
You
because
hear it go,
he doesn't.
And you take a step towards the back of the shuttle, or do you just crouch down?
I'm going to kind of grab Val and kind of push her towards the cockpit, so that she's behind me, and then take a knee.
The
And I'll go
droid,
there
the
and
droid
kind of-
sitting in the seat quietly goes, "If you are in danger, I know how to use one of those." But he's still facing forward and not moving like you told him to.
He's gonna look over at him and say, "Get into the cockpit and protect her."
Yes, sir.
Oh, I have a gun.
He takes the gun.
Give me that back.
He's confused.
No, just go in there. Val, just wait there.
That's fine. I'll go
He's
in and
looking
close the
around
door.
at the Sith's belongings, and he sees a bag, and he starts rifling through it, and he pulls out a vibro knife, and then he nods to you and says, "Sir," and then goes into the cockpit.
And Karan's just gonna start focusing on the ramp.
Yeah, so you aim down the ramp, and that's when you see the bulbous eyes of a Mon Calamari Admiral peeking up the ramp.
Admiral, sorry.
Die! And he shoots at you.
Motherfucker. Dirty bastard. I hate seafood. Just throwing that out there.
Well, good, you wouldn't want to eat your Admiral. Okay, he succeeds.
Oh.
So the blaster goes BAM! And does about 6 damage. Oh, wait, 8 damage to you. What's your soak?
My soak is 5.
Alright, so you take 3 damage.
Okay, let me put that on there.
Are you
What's
still
Fishy
behind? Are you
doing
still behind
shooting?
cover?
Well, once he hits me, I kind of, get knocked back from it. So I'm
Yeah,
on-
when
on
you
the
get
ground
knocked
trying
back
to-
from it, he goes, "Reed, Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry," and he holds his gun up. Well, I guess he wouldn't say Jesus Christ, but he's like, "I'm so sorry," and he comes
Oh my
running up the
God.
ramp. He's like, "What the hell are you wearing?"
What?
And he
Ow.
go to hold your head, and you feel this gas mask around you.
I'm gonna rip it off.
You
There
rip
you
it
go.
off. It's a black helmet that has the Imperial logo on either side.
Ah,
Like a
fuck,
little
I should've
soft
looked at
helmet?
that. I was being done. Sorry, Admiral.
If you
Tosses-
like, I can go get the doctor.
No, I should be okay. It didn't punch through the armor.
Who's
Why-
shooting?
It's
all
all right.
all of a
Stand
sudden,
down.
through the door, you hear, "I would not recommend making a noise, man. If you are quiet, I can possibly get the ambush on them and slit their throats."
No, you just stay right where you're at and just take a nap.
But ma'am, how can I defend you if I'm taking a nap? I've
That's
received
okay,
orders
so
from a
don't do that.
superior officer, and I must follow them.
That's okay. It's all right. You just relax. We're safe. We're on the ship.
Excellent.
Grant's gonna get up, kind of holding his chest area, and just yell back to the cockpit. Stand down It was a false alarm. And
Okay.
he's gonna look at the admiral and go, "Sir, I was investigating the Sith Inquisitor shuttle, and we may have found information of where we might be. The doctor was helping me, and it seemed the Inquisitor has a droid with him that may have information that we can use."
Excellent. Send him to the bridge.
Sir, I would rather...
Please
send him-
don't question me, soldier. We have a lot of work to do.
Yes, sir.
All right, so he walks down the ramp and heads towards the turbo lift.
All right, I'm gonna open up the cockpit door.
A knife goes to your throat. And he's like,
Stop that!
Oh,
Sleep.
good lord.
Ugh.
You could have been somebody...
What's going on with
dangerous.
everybody on this ship?
He told me to protect you, and that's what I did. Sir, mission accomplished.
Good job. Gonna rub his throat.
J116. He nods.
I'm just gonna call you Jay.
Excellent, sir.
He's gonna look at Valerie and say, "Once your droid, Tubby, what's his name?
Fiddles, close enough.
Him gets his information. We need to collect all this and take it to the bridge." And he's gonna start rummaging through the shuttle, looking for like maybe a cloak that the Sith Inquisitor may have used or whatever.
Roll a perception.
Oh, right.
Against 3 purple. Actually, no, 2, because it did just happen not too long ago.
2 purple.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. And perception. Oh,
Yes,
fudge.
sir. You open up this case. It's a foam case, and it looks like something was originally inside of it, but you can't make heads or tails of it, so you shut it.
Okay.
Now, would you like to pass on that advantage to somebody in particular? Would you like to take off a couple strain? Would you like to pass 2 advantage off to the next roller?
I'll pass it on to whoever is next. Just whoever goes
Excellent.
next.
So, back in engineering, one of the communications is like, Dr. Eftichui, is she on board? Let her know we're fine, please. As they're communicating with you. What do you say to them?
Oh, I thought I was reading the transcripts.
No, they're actually starting to message the ship directly now.
Dr. Eftichui, and I'm trying to remember the name, and I'd be like, she was a member on board here.
No, she was... Never mind. If you see her, tell her to call me.
Okay. How
Tell
am
her
I
to call the
supposed
Folly.
How am I supposed to recognize her?
Woman,
Or him.
blonde hair. She came over with the science team.
And I'll look at Kaza and I'll be like, Dr. Eftichui, that the female that
Oh, yeah, that's Val.
oh,
Is that the Folly?
well,
You
yeah,
look you could look over onto the console, and there's a Zabrak there, and he's got a bandage over his head, and he looks really annoyed.
I kind of look over and wave.
He waves. Are you smart?
I don't know. Are you?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the furry guy behind you.
Well, let's put it this way. If I said Corporal, and I'll say Q a Chewy, and you wouldn't know, you would want to know who I was talking about. Now, right?
He stonewalls
I
you,
didn't-
and he's just like,
I didn't know who Eftichui was. Everybody keeps calling her by her first name and not
oh,
the last.
God damn
so-
it. I always tell her to use her last name. She's a damn doctor. She's not a social worker. Fine. Is Valerie there? Can I speak to Valerie?
I will see if I can get so I can send this transmission along to wherever she's at.
So you
And-
actually have a communications team, by the way, there, Gabe, that you could just hand that work off to.
Locate Dr. F. Chewy, Valerie, and send the communication through.
I overhear
And then
this
I'll
and
kind of monitor it.
I overhear this and I kind of shout out to the aide and say she might be on the hangar deck, so try there.
Roger, sir. And he goes and moves to the console. Meanwhile, another individual walks up to you and goes, "Sir, it's the bridge. Commander Zoran, he's awake."
I don't even go communicate. I think I would just head straight to the bridge, or wherever he would be at.
Yeah, he'd
Bridge,
be at the
because he
bridge.
says bridge.
Yep.
I think a person would be more. Let him know I'm on my way.
All right, Gurkaza, how about you?
I'll go with because I want to see what's going on with Reed and then everybody else.
Excellent. So you're going up to the bridge. Meanwhile, in the hangar, the Follies contacted you on your wrist piece. And
Oh, thank God.
It's mostly just vocal, but
Okay.
you do get a message, and it's like, "Valerie, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. How's everything over there?
We're fine. We've got a little smoke in the system. Apparently, we've blown our shields. Backup power generators are down, and we've got an engine out."
Oh my goodness. How's the rest of the team? Everybody's okay? The other scientists?
He looks up at you, and he's like, "We'll talk about that later."
Uh-oh. I'm going to have some information to send over to you really quick, and it's really, really important.
You know what? That's going to have to wait. So we cut over to Reed. Reed, you're standing there at the bottom of the hangar deck. And that's when an officer comes in, and he says, "Lieutenant,
Yeah.
you got to see this."
Can it wait? I have to go to the bridge, and
That's where you're wanted, sir.
I'll be there momentarily.
Oh, and Commander said, "No sleep for the wicked," and then turns around and walks away.
Fucking asshole. He turns around and goes, "Jay."
Yes, sir. J116, reporting for duty. He puts a hand on your shoulder and he goes, "Would it help if you called me Johnson?"
He slaps the hand away and goes, "Don't you ever say that name again.
Yes, sir.
Come with me." And then he starts walking towards the turbo lift.
He pulls out the knife and holds it up in the air. Starts following.
"Give me that."
Pauses. Flips it around and hands it to you.
He'll take it and put it in his boot area.
So,
Now
what
follow
shall
me.
I be armed with?
Nothing for right now.
As you wish.
Thank you.
He follows you. His little
And don't
prosthetic legs actually move better than a normal protocol droid's.
Yeah. And no attacking anyone unless I say so. Got it?
Roger. Maybe I didn't understand the order. I do apologize.
It's fine. Just
Am I going to meet the Wookiee?
hopefully not right now.
No, of course. I can wait.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking wait.
So you walk over to the turbo lift and he slips a glove off and puts his hand on the panel and it scans his hand and then opens up.
Could you not do that either?
Oh, affirmative.
Just don't do anything unless I tell you to. Just follow me.
He nods. He's just like, the turbo lift comes down and it's ready for you.
All right.
He waits for you to board and then he follows you. And you guys head up. Gurkaza, you and Yerg arrive on the bridge and you see this beautiful ring world in front of you. I see forests, lakes, rivers, streams, mountain ranges, a fully stable habitat, life forms off the chart. No spacecraft, though.
What is this place?
We don't know. There's a designation here that was downloaded. Let's look at it. What is it called, Gurkaza? What is the installation named, Azel? This is your tide change, after all?
Oh, I didn't think that far. Shit.
That's okay.
I think it's called the Beacon.
Alright, so yeah, you see installation the beacon, sir. That's what it translates to common anyway.
Beacon? For what?
We don't know. We're still analyzing that. That's why I'm calling you here. The commander turns around. Sorry, Gurkaza, you're not going to have time to get yourself patched up. I need your strike team ready.
Are you sure, sir? I mean, I got a hole in me.
See the doctor. Let's see if there's anything he can do for you.
Roger that, sir. And I turn and I go back towards the turbo lift.
As you turn and go back towards the turbo lift, the doors open. There's a droid standing there with a weird-looking rebel jacket on, and he goes, "A Wookiee!" and extends his hand, and he's like, "Pleasure to meet you."
I extend my hand, like, steadily and just, "Pleasure to meet you. Who are you?"
You don't feel robotic hands. You feel a human hand grip yours. And he's like, "My name's J116. Of course, the creator has told me that you would recognize me as Johnson. I'm here to serve, sir."
What did you say?
He points to his name on his chest. "Johnson, sir. I'm here to serve you. The creator built me."
I let out this loud yell that just basically reverberates through the entire bridge. And I grab the droid by the head, and I just hold it there, and I say, "Who is your creator?"
His name was Malum.
What was he?
He was a Sith Inquisitor, sir.
At that point, I put one hand on his shoulder and rip the head off.
Blood goes all over the cockpit, and his body falls down, and the commander's like, "What the hell, Gurkaz? What the hell is that?"
Do I see Reed at all?
Yeah, he's standing right next to him. In fact, blood's coating half of his face as he has this look like, "What did I say?"
I'm going
LT,
to...
the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
I'm gonna try to push Gurkaza back. I mean, I'm smaller than him, but I'm gonna try to just push him back and be like, "God damn it, Gurkaza!" Would I have to roll brawn for that? Just to push him?
No. Not at all.
Okay.
I think he's so shocked that he stumbles back.
What do you mean? What is that thing? And what is it doing on
All of a
Johnson's
sudden,
body?
from your hand, you hear, "That's not good. I don't know how to repair that."
Wait, what? You're still active?
He's a protocol droid. Or, I'm a protocol droid. My power unit, as well as most of the memory cells, is stored in my head. That's why I needed a body.
Gurkaza, drop him!
I just drop him and I sit
Whoa!
against the wall.
Yeah, you drop him and the head just kind of rolls. Hits Reed in the feet.
Reed's gonna kind of kick it a little over, outside the turbo lift, and then grab the body and try to just leave it. And he's just not really sure what to do right now.
Medic!
No, we don't.
Oh.
Is there
Mechanic!
another soldier around?
Yeah, there's a bunch of soldiers on the bridge,
He's gonna point at the closest one and say, "Take that down to the med bay and take it to the doctor." And he's gonna go down and grab the head and just pick it up. And he looks at Gurkaza and goes, "We'll talk about this later," and just kind of walks past him.
And then as he's walking, you walk past him, the head goes, "I don't think the Wookiee likes me. Did I do something wrong?"
Shut up.
Okay. Meanwhile, you're standing there, witnessing this entire thing.
Yeah, kind of stunned. Not knowing the full conversation was happening, but I do recognize uh, the the suit because, well, technically I'm still wearing mine, and I'm kind of flustered because now there's two more things to add to my 700 thoughts that are going 30 miles an hour plus, and I'm trying to get back to the first mission of where we're at, seeing if Commander Zorn's even looking at his database or if he's how he is. Getting back to the full point of where are we? I see this ring. I've never seen anything like this. So, yeah, that's where my thoughts are.
Well, your thoughts are right where they should be because you've never seen a ring like this. The commander actually seems to be doing okay. He's pretty calm. He's looking through the messages and he's delegating, hey, contact the fleet. You guys get in touch with the science ships. Let's get those gunships back on defensive parameters. And then he looks to you and he goes, we're going to have to make a landing on the planet. Several ships need repair, and without a space station, we need an atmosphere we can work on the outside. The civilian ships probably don't even have any emergency vacuum suits on there.
And I'll acknowledge his decision, and I'll make my way to a sensor, probably part of the nav computer setup or anything. I'm sure there's someone already there, and I'm going to overwatch the sensors to find the atmosphere on the planet or the thing that we're looking at.
Excellent.
It looks like a planet. It looks like
I mean, on the other side of the ring, you actually see clouds and oceans and all sorts of stuff. You also see the unmistakable shape of atmospheric craft. Shimmering, and like, even in the distance, you can see some of the larger ones moving around.
Yeah, so that's all part of the systems check that we're going to be looking at. And at the same time, I'm going to kind of overlook, but I want to find anything that has to do with coordinate designation numbers, because I've never seen this. I've never studied anything like this in any of in part of the academy, even in normal education. Worlds don't look like this. So I want to be looking for anything odd in the transmission.
All right, sounds good. While you're researching that, you can roll our computers against a hard check to see if there's any irregularities that you need to worry about. And while you're rolling that, Grakaza, the commander, squeezes your arm and he says, I wish I could say I know how you feel, but I don't think there's anything that I could say that could console us.
I'm fine, sir. I just need to get to medbay.
That's understandable. Take it easy, soldier, because guess what? You're sitting this one out.
What do you mean, sir?
Go pick one of your 3 monkeys to do it. You're sitting this one out. You need to stay in medbay until you're patched up. I don't want you going to surface.
Are you sure, sir? I can still go.
You've been through enough. Don't give me that Wookiee pride bullshit.
Comes with the territory, sir.
And me talking to you this way comes with the territory of having a Wookiee officer. He sticks his hand out to shake your hand, looks at the blood on it, and then decides against it.
I wipe the blood on my fur and then go reach out again. Sorry, sir.
He shakes your hand.
All right, I'm gonna make my way down to engineering. Do I have like a comlink on me?
Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, you guys have like squad connect.
I reach up and I message my guys down at engineering to meet me up at the med bay.
Are you sure you don't need my sharp boots over here by rear bridge?
Just shut up and get to the med bay.
All right, we'll get to med bay as soon as we can.
Can I turn around real quick and ask Commander for like a dossier or a quick debrief on what they need?
We're still constructing that.
All right. Could you do me a favor, sir, and just send me some information so I know who to send with?
Absolutely.
Thank you,
He
sir.
nods.
And I salute and go on into the turbo lift down the med bay.
All right. We have a screen wipe, and it shows the hangar of the Destiny Horizon. And Tittles is like, womp, 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 womp.
You're
His name is Fimian. I told you. Fimian. Write this down. Literally, write this down, guys.
Who is
Excellent.
Simeon?
Fimian. The Sith Inquisitor has been tracking him. All this research. The casket. He intentionally let us take it. He knew that we could activate the device. He's been tracking him since Order 66.
Really? Interesting. And he's here.
Yes, sir. Jedi Master Fimian is here. And that's where we're going to end part 2. Take a break before part 3. And we will be back. So stay tuned, or if you're on YouTube, wait for the next episode. Ha ha, nanny nanny boo boo. Bye!